Hello, 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 and welcome back to the Wandering Village. I'm Evie Greenbottle, and everything is going just so smoothly at the moment, so you just know something terrible is about to happen. Well, maybe not though. Let's see, we're continuing on in the mountain biome, which is fine. There is some tasty looking stones up ahead and some nomads that hopefully we'll try to catch. Currently our population, we've got 87 people, but space and housing for 102. And we have gotten rid of all of those tents finally. So actually the housing situation is pretty good. Probably next, we're gonna be looking at getting rid of the huts and replacing them with either cottages or mansions. And we do have, so nice, so magical. Wow, does that sound nice? That does sound nice. Currently we've got a few mansions made, 5 over here, and a lot of cottages going in, and look how nicely decorated this area is. I mean, wouldn't you want to live here? This looks like the most idyllic little place, little mansions, cottages, pretty tree, a wonder tree. Right next to the Onbu monument, you've got some wild berry bushes growing up along the side here, some mushrooms over here. I mean, maybe these people don't have the nicest, they're a bit on the dirt, but that's okay. It's nice. All right. I think everything's going fine. We just need to make sure Onbu's not hungry when he gets up to the stones. Oh, and there's a strong thunderstorm we're gonna have to watch out for. Might be in a good position for that though. Our scavenging party are coming back, 5 iron and 10 wood. I'll send them back out. I wanna make sure we get the shrine. We're not gonna be getting any closer to that. This one's about done as well. 11 wooden planks found over there. That's really good. Let's go to this quarry. It's super close by. And this one's almost done over here as well. Now, as far as this thunderstorm is concerned, I'm not sure if we're not going to make it ahead of time. Onbu is getting pretty tired though, so it might be worthwhile getting Onbu just to sleep just until he gets a bit closer. And we'll let the tornado, or the large thunderstorm, we'll let the strong thunderstorm pass completely and then we'll get him up. But I think if he sleeps for a little bit here, it's even dark, so perfect time to lie down. Oh, actually, sleep. Oh, and look, since we've last played, there has been a bit of an update. The UI for this is completely new. And what do we see here? So we've got horn commands, Onbu doctor, the injector's now been added because we do have one of those. Onbu feeding, and let's see, feeding pump stuff. We don't have a feeding pump though. Onbu discipliner here and festivals. Okay, so yeah, things have changed actually. That's cool. Right, Onbu is hopefully going to rest. This is just going to go by. Is he actually going to sleep or is he just going to lie there? Go to sleep, Onbu. There we go. Okay, go and have a little nap. We might let it go by a couple of times. We'll see how long he sleeps for. 78%, which is actually quite high. And we were working on getting rid of this stone because we'd moved the mycologist over. Everything's not growing the greatest though, because of course we are in the mountains. I mean, the berries though, the berries are intense. They are numerous. There's quite a few actually that we could even get rid of. Like all of these ones here are just completely extra. And I suppose if we did clear them up, there'd be a chance for them to grow back again. And we're still going to be at 100%. And it's just more berries for us, so we can make even more berry muesli. And we definitely have the workers around to do that. We've got 3 general workers, 8 total general workers, so that's a good amount of people. We are getting poison being on the ground though, so we do need to up how many doctors we have. We've got tons of herbs. Oh, and look, they've changed the picture for what herbs look like. So now it's more like a 4-leaf clover almost. Oh, that's cool. So that's got a little bit of an update. Everything else I think looks the same. Grilled tomatoes maybe is different. I don't see any other changes, but yeah, the herbs definitely look different than they used to. Oh, that's cool. All right, we've got another scavenging party back, so we're gonna have to send them back out again. We'll just send them off over here. The thunderstorm is going by. Onbu is snoring. Now, we could get him to get up, run, and then sleep on this side so we're in the path for the nomads. And it's not like the worst idea ever because then we can just kind of guarantee that we get them, and I don't want to miss them. And I mean, that has happened before. So if we got Onbu up now, okay, he is going to walk. So we'll get him to start walking. We'll get him to go past this thunderstorm. It's got quite a long distance for it to travel across this way, so we should be able to clear it without running. But if we have to run, we have to run. And then we'll get Onbu to sleep proper right up here. And that will give our doctors a little time to make sure that anyone who was poisoned is getting better, because we've got 3 poisoned people at the moment. So sleeping maybe in short bursts might be better, just so that we're not constantly getting poisoned and our doctors have a chance to keep on top of that. All right, we're now in the path of the thunderstorm. Oh, and it's coming back faster than I think I thought it was going to. So let's just get Onbu to run. I don't want his tail being clipped. I don't want to risk losing things. We do have a decision to make. Cliffside, your scavengers managed to locate the shrine, but there's one problem. It is embedded high up in the sheer cliff face and seems completely inaccessible. So it looks like we'll either climb up to get there, another way around, or trying to get up there would be too dangerous. Let's gather some rubble from below the cliff and leave. I think let's look for another way around. That's gone well, okay. Oh no! Your scavengers discover a cave only a few hundred meters away from the shrine. But upon entering it, they are shocked to find that it's filled with nothing but poisonous fungi. 2 workers have gotten poisoned. I mean, it's not the worst thing that could happen. We just need to get them healed up. It would be much worse if we hit this thunderstorm. Come on, little Onbu. Keep going. Ah, perfect. Okay. Now, that's where those guys are. So let's get Onbu now to walk. And then once we're in this square here, we just need to get Onbu to lie down and actually sleep. And he's happy to do that. Does mean our poisoned workers are going to be getting poisoned again, but that's okay. Send our next mining party off towards, our scavenging party off towards the next mine. And Onbu is now asleep, and we are in the path of those villagers, building a laboratory at the moment. The glass blower has run out of sand, which is a little unfortunate, so I guess we can close that off for now. It gives us 2 extra workers. Might just pop them in here, gathering some stone, and possibly down here gathering some planks. And we probably need to set some of these other things to being collected. Some of these trees that are around, they have started collecting those berries, but they haven't moved them anywhere yet. We do need to move them into our big granary. Because yeah, currently it doesn't have any berries in it, so they have lots of space where they could be moving things. Right, 2 scavenging parties back with knowledge, another one awaiting a decision. An old machine, an old stone cutting machine. Let's try turning it on. That's what we usually do. It seems a little dangerous, but it's always worked out. And it has continued to work out. Plus 17 stone slabs. That's great because we were working on changing out our flooring, or the pathways rather, into stone paths. And that is going quite well. They've got this whole section completed. We could kind of do one down. Maybe this way. I'm thinking just the main roads becoming stone. It's a lot, but it might be worth it. I'm actually maybe just down to this point, and then this is like another quite main road. So we'll do these 2 here and see how that gets on. Quite expensive. Ooh, and this is new. A large water tank. So we've got quite a few new things added to the game since we've last recorded. So stores 400 water. That is absolutely massive. Where would we even put that? Holy moly. Maybe, oh goodness, I don't know where you would put that. Maybe just here? Or do we need this? You know what, do we need this? I don't think our water tanks are full. Maybe we don't need it. All right, that's quite good. I wonder if there's any new technologies. Let's just take a quick look and see if there's anything new. Yeah, there's large water tanks. So because we already had granary, I think it's just given it to us rather than taking away some things that we already knew about. I think that's the only thing in there. Let's take a look in services. Yeah, nothing new here that I can see. In farming, nope, that looks all the same. Resources, I think that still all looks the same. This is all stuff that we've seen before. And in Onbu, oh, pest control. That's new. Removes external parasites and their eggs from Onbu. Can also plant the collected eggs. Why would it be planting the eggs? What would that do for us? Oh, and sacrificed villager. What? Feeds the current employee of the feeding trebuchet to Onbu. Decreases Onbu's hunger. Stops all revolts for a while and increases cult level. And then there's also enlightenment, a scientific expedition started by the Onbu doctor to observe Onbu and determine whether it is divine being. Requires 8 knowledge to start and resets cult level. Is Onbu a divine being though? I don't know. I feel like we need to do the pest control next though, maybe. The sacrificed villager, I don't know about that. That seems like something I wouldn't really actually want to do. It's a bit crazy, but anyways, well, yeah, we'll get that. Maybe we can also get boarding house next and then the commune after that. So we have those things, but I don't know if I'm going to be feeding any of our villagers to Onbu. It seems a little insane. Right, we've got all of our scavenging parties are back, so let's send them all out. They have come back very quickly. Oh, there's some sand over here, which make sure we get the sand. And of course, the nomads have also arrived, so let's pick them up. 2 healthy people have arrived. Now, I guess everyone needs to be constantly afraid that we're going to feed them to Onbu. Oh dear. And as soon as Onbu wakes up, we need to be feeding him because he's at 20% hunger again. And of course, we are looking at those tasty looking stones right ahead of us, and we do not want Onbu to be getting any ideas. All right, these guys are waiting for the doctor. The herb sign has changed and it's really thrown me off. I was like, what are these people waiting for? But it's herbs. All right, we've got 7 unemployed people. I think I'm gonna stick 2 more in here. Now the kitchens, oh, we're not currently getting, I guess that you're gonna go to beet soup, I think. We probably need to increase how many kitchens and things we have, or maybe people working in them. So we're making the borscht over here. And then I think, are we doing the same up here? Yeah, 2 of these gourmet kitchens are both making the borscht. I don't think there's anything else we could be making at the moment, of course, because we are in the mountain biome and it's cold here. Right, the group has brought back 31 sand. Let's send them off to this really far desert island. We need to get as much sand as we can from these dunes when we see them, because of course our glass blowers have stopped working because there's no sand. We need sand. Right, Ombu's about to wake up, and as soon as he does, we do need to make sure we've paid. We do need to make sure we fed him, and a trader has also arrived, but let's get Onbu fed. Scavenging party has brought back 7 iron ore, and also the trader is here. So we are going to need to see if there's anything that we want to get, because we have been buying the sand. So let's see. Do they have any sand? No, but they've got salt. That might be worth buying because we are using the salt to make the borscht, and unless we go through another ocean, we don't have a way of getting that. And of course we were selling herbs because we've got so many of them. We could also sell biogas. There's so much of that as well. I think we can put this up quite high. I don't know if we need the knowledge. I mean, I'm assuming we do. Gonna buy those as well. We're still offering too much, so all right, we'll equalize that out. We're buying a whole bunch of stuff, selling a ton of herbs and some flour in exchange for corn, tomatoes, some fish, some salt, some stone slabs, and 2 knowledge. So quite a big trade made there. But I think it's all stuff that we could use. We definitely are going to need to stay on top of how much food we're making. It says 534, but I feel like we're also using a lot because, of course, we've got a lot of people. Daily consumption is 178. Oh, actually, so we're doing quite well with that. I'm happy to hear that, though. I'd rather be having way too much food than not enough, so it's worth it. We've got a bunch of groups to send back out. So let's send them over to the poison forest and to the mine. And then pest control has been researched. So I guess we're on to the next thing. With pest control, then we need to actually make one of these to remove the external parasites. I'm assuming they are going to become a problem at some point. I mean, this is kind of an ugly looking building. Let's stick it back here with the other ugly looking buildings. Although I feel like this is probably a good spot over here for another farm. Right, we are... Oh, Onbu didn't eat the stones, which is good because I did feed him. That was good. We are now in a cold snap and we've got a decision to make. We've got another choice. Looks like... Oh, we could be going into the ocean up here, which I'm actually not totally against. Going into the ocean is not bad. Then we could be getting some more salt water, which means more salt, so we can continue making our borscht. Or we could continue into the mountains. I think both would probably be fine. There is a strong thunderstorm that we'd have to avoid here, and there is a cold snap here, but I think I'd rather go into the ocean. I think the ocean's good, and we might have a better chance of getting more sand, because of course that's what we need, so we'll give that a go. All right, we've got some settlers that are looking for a new home, so of course we will be picking them up. 4 people have joined our village, which is great, and we've got 2 groups to send back out again. Tons of mines around, not a lot of anything else though. Right, and we are getting closer to that ocean. Do see bits of sand around, so we might be able to find some dunes. Just keep our eyes out for that. Another scavenging party has returned. We'll send them over to this quarry, and that is almost looking like a new color of terrain. So I'm quite curious to see what all is new in this update. And I love just exploring things and finding them kind of as we go along. Right, sounds from deep below. Before even taking a step into the mine, splatters on the walls and shouting from within imply that a tragic incident has taken place. There might be people in need. Let's hurry up and check the situation. Let's hide behind a rock and wait. We'll sneak a bit safer, or no way this will end well. I've hurried in before, and unfortunately being the hero has backfired, so let's hide behind a rock and wait. And when your scavengers arrive at the scene, they find the remains of a small group of people. One of them carries a remarkable object in their bag. 15 iron and 7 knowledge we've gotten from that, so I think that has worked out perfectly. And I'm sorry to those people who maybe we didn't rescue, but times are tough. Don't know what to tell you. Right, we are missing these nomads because of course we've chosen to go into the ocean. Oh, which means we're gonna have to go onto that poisoned island. Let's send our party off. They came back with 3 knowledge. Let's send them over there. Oh, and there's a ruined settlement over here. We're also coming up to a shipwreck. There's a little bit of desert island here as well, and some more desert islands over there to get some sand from those dunes. Excellent. Ombu's getting quite sleepy though. I do need him to sleep before getting into the ocean because of course I'm not going to want him to spend too much time on a poisoned island. In fact, we're going to want him to spend as little time as possible as the poisoned island, but of course it is dangerous because if he's super tired, he's going to have to sleep there. It'd be better to sleep in a slightly poisoned mountains biome, so let's ask him to sleep, which he's at the 53%, so he'll be happy to do that. Now I'm going to reopen up our glass blower because of course we do need the glass coming in. We do have some sand in one of these. This one has 58 sands in this scavenger hut. There are tons of resources in here that are just like not being moved around. I wonder if we switched one of these buildings to carriers for a little while. So we've got 5 general workers and 5 carriers so they can start moving things where they actually need to go. The other thing is these super need to be decorated. We need to be thinking about that. And what we've got housing for 9 more people, which is not bad, but it could be better, of course. Right, all of our scavenging parties are getting ready here. We've got another decision to make. Into the deep, after traveling down into the mine shafts, the party enters a huge industrial hall. Old rusty pieces of plate armor that must have fit a huge creature like Ombu are lying around. So let's make use of the rusty parts or scout for rare resources. I think we'll just make use of the rusty parts. And we get 30 iron, which is really, really good. And all of those groups are coming back. We're gonna send them all back out again. Lots of things to explore. It's really good that we've got 4 scavenging parties. It always feels a little bit like it's going to be overkill, but it's just really not. Having lots of them is great. And that was really quick. They did not have to go too far there. Let's send them off to this ruined settlement. It's quite a bit further away, but hopefully they'll find something good. Even some more villagers for us would be all right. And we're just about ready to get this laboratory built. We're just missing one piece of glass, but of course, they should actually be making it now. They just need to go pick up the sand, and it looks like they are bringing that over. And so we're gonna have that in no time. And there's just so much stuff about. And the other thing is we do have the boarding house now researched. So that's an option, but it does lower their poison resistance minus 20%, so it makes them more susceptible to being poisoned, which is not great, obviously. Don't really want that. The laboratory is now done and the party is back, so we'll send them out again. So many things to be scavenging here. And let's see at the laboratory what we can make. So take someone out of there because we don't want them to actually make anything just yet. We can use 5 biogas to make an Onbu tranquilizer, which lowers Onbu's heart rate. We can use 3 of Onbu's blood. We don't have any Onbu blood, nor are we going to be getting that to make painkillers. Take some Onbu bio, which we also don't have, nor will we be getting to make Onbu energy booster. Insecticide, though. So this is going to be injected into Onbu and an injector to remove various internal parasites. I feel like we do actually want that. It costs 3 salt, 5 heal streams. We haven't actually started growing heal streams. We do have some from collecting them from scavenging, and 1 fungal essence to make that. I think that's what we want to set it to make. So I'm going to get 1 person working in here. Do we? Oh, actually, we don't have any fungal essence about. So we're going to need to go and find some poison then to get some fungal essence made. But our scavengers have managed to locate the shrine, but there's one problem. It's high up in the cliff again. Last time we tried to look for another way. Let's just climb up this time and maybe we'll be, oh no. Maybe we'll be better off. No, just kidding. Definitely not. The bravest of your scavengers sets out to climb to the shrine, but halfway up the cliff, the ledge they're standing on suddenly crumbles beneath their feet. The others decide to head home before taking any more losses, and 1 worker has died. I think we've gotten unlucky. Poor Karen has died on a mission. I've lost count now. That's either number 4 or number 5, I think, who've sadly, super sadly, died off on a mission. Not ideal. But we did also find some people dancing under the hot sun, looking for protection from the sun. Your scavengers walk under a cliff formation. There you need to try performing a dance ritual. Let's join in on the dance ritual. And you join in and everybody's happy. After a while, a big thunder strikes the air and it starts to rain. Plus 39 water and high spirits have been triggered, so our people are going to be even happier than usual. Which is great because poor Karen has just died, so we need a little bit of a boost, I think. And we are now in the water as well, which I hadn't even realized Onbu had stood back up yet. So we need to swap out all of these things. We need to get people in the seawater collector, into the evaporator. We need to be doing these fish patties. Where are we going to be taking people from, though, is the question. I think from there is fine. Let's take somebody out of here. Let's lower that down. We just need to find people wherever we can. Is that enough? Did we get this filled up? Yes, we did. Okay. So we are now fishing. We are now getting seawater collected. As far as foods go, beets are still fine. Wheat is fine. This is another one doing beets. We could also be doing tomatoes though, because of course it is now. Let's keep that one beets and let's make this one tomatoes. And then we'll swap this beet soup over, I think, for the tomatoes. Once this has grown for a little while, get those tomatoes going. Thinking another farm over here is not going to be a bad idea. We're going to need more food production. Always going to need more food. We could also do a farm up here. Not a very big one, but could still put one in up here as well. All right, have they built? Yes, okay. Our pest control is in here. Now, let's see. Harvest eggs automatically. There's an Ella flea egg. Can be cooked or planted. And a spore moth. Now, removes external parasites and their eggs. I don't think we have any of these things, so I'm just going to close this business off at the moment. They use biogas, I think, to be collecting things, which I guess is a good thing. But I'm not really sure. Right, we followed some traces of the past and we found 30 dung. All of our scavenging parties are back and ready for stuff. It's just everything's flying before we can get anything like sorted. We are going through a poisonous island. Has that caused poisonous plants on Onbu's back though? Because we actually sort of needed those poisonous plants on Onbu's back. And the other thing is, we might want to make another doctor's office. Having only 3 doctors for 100 people is probably not enough. So I think I'm going to build another village doctor, maybe down over on this side, out the back. Actually, there's space right here for one. So I'm going to stick a Onbu doctor back there. So we'll have 3 kind of closer to the front half and then 3 at the very, very back. Scavenging parties they've collected all sorts of different things. We've got one that's come back already. Now it looks like we've got an option to stay in the ocean or head into the desert. I'm tempted to head into the desert so that we can find more sand. But Onbu seems fine. His poison level's at 36. Can we put some people in here? We have Onbu antitoxins. I wonder if we need to be making some more. We've got the herbs here. Let's get 2 workers in. Let's get just 1 worker in there, I think, actually. 1 worker in there using some of our herbs to make some more Onbu antitoxins. Seems like everybody is quite busy. Is this one doing grilled fish? Yes, it is. Okay. Excellent. All right, Onbu, which direction do we want you to go? I think let's head... I really do want to stay in the ocean because it's so good for getting some more resources for us, but I think let's head into the desert because we do need the sand. We need more glass so we can upgrade these houses and get even better houses. Right, and our Onbu doctors are ready, so we can send them off to give Onbu an antidote because, of course, he's at 36% poison, so that'll bring him down to 16%. He's also getting tired and he's also hungry, but we're going to give him an antidote and then we will also let him have some pets. But moving shadows are making their way through the dense dark poison forest. Your scavengers sometimes catch a glimpse of the shadows darting around in their peripheral vision. It's merely the oppressive darkness playing tricks in our minds. Let's forge ahead. Or something is stalking us through these woods. We should stand our ground back to back, or we are to clear this advantage here. Let's retreat as quickly as we can. I think let's stand our ground. Ooh, a small group of people emerges from the woods and approaches your scavengers with a mix of caution and curiosity. Sensing no hostility, your scavengers invite them to live on Onbu. 5 healthy people have joined our village. That is great. We are now, though, just 5 people away from being at our max housing. We definitely do need to consider putting in some more houses. Now, ideally the mansions, but they are very expensive. But I think let's just put a few more mansions in and around here. We're going to need more decorations though. And we don't have the glass for those just now, so we're gonna need to figure out glass. But I guess if we're going into the desert, that should be really, really helpful. But I am super jazzed about this new update being here and a few new changes to this game. And I don't know how I feel about sacrificing villagers to Onbu for the cult, but we'll have to check it out at some point, and I am looking forward to it very much, and I hope you are too. If you've enjoyed this video, consider leaving a like, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.